have Jane Braham in the studio with me. She's from Preferred Care at Home. Now, Jane, you were just telling me that you were a nurse. Jane looks a little nervous. I said, you got the right, look at me. Come on, we're just talking. I want you to tell people, you've been a nurse for 30 years?
30 years.
Wow.
I don't go more than 30 years because then you'll realize I'm a little older.
You look
30
like,
years plus.
Yeah, seriously, you look very young. And you know what? You'll see that on YouTube yourself later. So anyway, so you were a nurse. You've been a nurse for a long time, so you know how to take care of people because without the nurses in the hospitals, I don't want to insult the doctors, but I got to tell you, it's the nurses who do all the work. And it's the nurses that when you need something you go to because the doctor, he shows up for 5 minutes, he signs a little piece of paper, and then the nurse has to do the job, right?
We spend a lot of time with the education and explaining what the doctor says after he leaves.
Same thing.
Or after she leaves.
Oh, exactly.
Yes. He or she leaves. Then we explain what they meant.
Okay, now tell me about Preferred Care at Home.
Preferred Care at Home, I'm located in Santa Clarita, and I hire in-home caregivers to take care of your loved one when they're discharged home from the hospital.
Right, which means they're not going to pay for them to be in the hospital. They're not sick enough to be in the hospital, but they still need care, right?
Right, because as everyone knows that have experienced hospital discharges lately, your loved one is sent home before you feel ready. So that's where I come in. I come and do the admission and totally understand what you need in the home because I've done home care, I've done hospice care as an RN, and then I also help mentor and educate my caregivers so they're comfortable taking care of your loved one, sometimes staying with them for part of the first shift to make sure they know everything that needs to be done at home to make your life easier so you can be the spouse or the daughter or the son,
right,
and have some free time and
exactly.
not be totally.
Plus, it's a lot of work when someone gets released from the hospital. Again, like you said, I think we get released a little too soon these days. You might need a couple more days, and with your home care, that takes the burden off the family and puts it on your workers, which is a good thing.
Yes, because Medicare guidelines, people are discharged before family sometimes knows how to do the things that need to be done, especially if your loved one is now in bed and you need to be able to do total bed care. It's something all new to you and you don't get an opportunity to learn that. They're discharged and you're ready to go, except you're not. So I also offer what's called transition care. Come right to the hospital and help you with making sure all the medications are in place, your doctor's appointments, what exactly needs to be done with this dressing or this wound, what do I need? I help and come alongside of you.
Right, because we are living longer and we are getting to that age where our parents are the ones who need our help. We forget, because our parents took care of our grandparents and now it's our turn to step up, and it's nice that there's a service for that. Do you have a website, Jane?
Yes, it's Preferred Care at Home. You Google that and you pick Santa Clarita and you'll find me, you'll learn about me. You'll also realize all the different services that are available, from live-in care to hourly care. I admit a client only if they need 1 hour a day. Sometimes that's all someone needs is 1 hour to just go get coffee and relax and come back.
Right, because it's very stressful to take care of a loved one who has had an accident. And it doesn't necessarily have to be elderly, right? It can be someone who's been in an accident, yes?
I find that I had coworkers even that lived alone and they really had no one to take care of them. I went to one of my friend's house and she'd been sick for a couple days, didn't have any food in the house and didn't really know what to do. I'm like, call me earlier next time as a friend. But yes, certainly that is something that if you don't have a friend that can come over, it doesn't really matter what age you are. If you need help at home, my goal is to keep you living independently at home and hire whatever you need for in-home caregivers, not more than you need, but enough to be safe, to be able to stay in your home where people would like to be.
Thank you, Jane. Jane Braham, you can Google Preferred Care at Home, Santa Clarita, and you can then, it'll give you the phone number, and you can call Jane, and she will tell you everything you need to know. This is just something to give you a deep breath, when you're, because it's already stressful enough emotionally when one of our loved ones is ill or they've had an accident, and this way you just put us at ease. So thank you for stopping by.